Luke Tanaka with Ron Planz, and Coach, we're halfway through the conference season, 4-2 overall records, 3-1 in conference play. Based on your preseason expectations, how do you feel your team's playing right now?
I think we're playing really, really well. They are hitting on the cylinders we thought we'd be hitting on. We knew we had a tough non-conference slate, and especially with the 4 road games in the first 5, we knew it would be difficult. So I'm extremely happy with the way our guys have been playing and the focus that they've had and the attention to detail that they've taken towards this season. And I'm excited at the position we're in right now.
We've seen Orlando Hernandez be effective in a lot of different ways. And first play from scrimmage, 65-yard touchdown to Corey Partenheimer. You opened it up with a big play, and it seemed like Hernandez was driving the ball down the field a little better than we had ever seen him. Was that a part of the game plan against Carroll?
It was a part of our evolution on offense. Is we knew we needed to get a little bit more dynamic in the passing game. We needed to come up with some ways to loosen the box, so to speak. Teams have really gotten heavy to stop our run game, as been the history of Elmhurst, and not different since I've been here. As we run the football, we maintain time of possession. We do those things, and it can be difficult if they stack the box. And we have such dynamic playmakers on the outside. It was one of the things we thought we needed to get a little bit more passing into our attack. And we thought first play of game would be a great way to see how that would work, and it turned out to be really good for us.
There were a lot of big plays in this game. Obviously, lots of offense put up in a 45-34 win. But one play that jumped off the page for me was you're pinned inside the 1-yard line. It's 3rd down and 6 inside your own 10. Hernandez gains 7, and it ends up becoming a 16-play, 99-yard drive that chews up about 9 minutes. The classic Elmhurst kind of drive when you go 99 yards. That seemed like a huge play in the game amongst, of course, all of the big plays yardage-wise, but that first down conversion seemed really big in the game.
Yeah, that was a huge conversion, and in fact, any of our 3rd down conversions were pretty big because we didn't punt. We didn't punt on the day, and that was really good for our guys. It got them in a nice rhythm. It kept everybody going, and even the plays leading up to that 3rd and 7 scramble by Orlando, the 2 running plays, which on stats gained, I think, 1 yard and then 2 yards, and it wasn't anything flashy, but it gave us just enough room to get into a little bit more of a spread set. Which then allowed Orlando to find the right mix between whether we needed to throw it, hand it off, or he kept it himself, and he did a nice job with that.
Connor Brewer had a pretty nice day on the ground, 5.1 yards per carry, and with the loss of Jim Robley, it seems like that straight-ahead style that Brewer brings may be something that helps the Elmhurst in rushing game going forward. What do you think about that?
Yeah, his style definitely complements what we used with Jim. We have a bunch of different tailbacks, and they all have something different. And we had moved Connor out to receiver, and he still plays receiver. As we've said before, he's kind of the jack-of-all-trades guy for us. And we really just wanted kind of a leadership presence back there. And putting him at tailback for some carries really helped with that. And he's a physical player. He's a downhill runner, as you alluded to. And it was good to see him, back in that role, because it's what he's done for the previous 3 years he's been here.
The defense didn't have their best game, allowed season-high 34 points, but there was one big play in the second half where they were able to recover a fumble, and then they ended up putting the Blue Jays up, I think, by 17 after that next touchdown, which then kind of gave you a little cushion between you and Carroll and kind of stayed that way the rest of the game. +5 turnover margin on the season, but what will you be looking for in your defense in this week of practice after a tough performance on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm looking for them to get back and have that workman's mentality, to get back to doing what they do best, and that's having fun and playing with an energy and a swagger that's a positive, and that's what I'm looking for. And I really think those guys, they understand what's in front of them. They understand the level of opponent we're about to face this week, and I think they're going to be focused, and I'm excited to watch them work.
How was it playing in front of the homecoming crowd? Packed stands, people even lining the track. Seemed like it was a really great event on Saturday.
Gosh, that was there were so many people there. I mean, you couldn't find a seat in the stands. You couldn't find a place to stand on the sideline. Even the end zone bleachers that they brought in were filled with people. It was a lot of fun, and it was loud, and our guys fed off that, and the way the offense was moving the ball, the crowd was really into the game. It was exciting. Love atmospheres like that. Our guys, play better in those kinds of atmospheres as I think anybody does. And as we talked all week, homecoming can be a distraction. There's all these different things going on. But at the end of the week, we told our guys, listen, you are the show. You are homecoming. Everybody comes to watch you play. And they showed up great, and there were tons of fans, and I was really, really appreciative of Blue Jay Nation there.
Transitioning to next week, another home game. Nice to be home 2 weeks in a row. You face Carthage, and this is a game, when you look at the beginning of the season, it seems like a game where some of your guys may want to circle it. It was last year, Carthage put up 464 yards of total offense against you on your homecoming date, ended up beating you here at homecoming. Seemed like one of those games where you circle it. How important is this game for you guys in the CCIW schedule?
Well, it's very big in the CCIW schedule. You know, they're in the same boat as us. They've got one conference loss just like we do. So we're alive in the conference championship mix just like they are. So this is a big game for both sides. I don't know if last year factors in much to our guys' mentality. We've kind of taken every week as 1-0. If we can just go 1-0 this week, we'll handle what comes next. So I know that's what they're focused on. I know they're focused on going 1-0 this week, playing the absolute best they can, having good energy and focus. And it's going to be a really, really good game. I mean, you've got two of the top teams in the league right now, as standings say, going after it, and it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for our guys to go out and play in a big time atmosphere again, with some stuff on the line. It's going to be fun.
Sure to be a great matchup on Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. kick from Elmhurst Field. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.